Welcome to the video. Before I begin, I have to show you this really cool piece of... I'll show you. This is a little pit board for the RC cars. You set them up for tow and ride height and all that stuff. Cool fact. Cody Saucier, he's the Monster Jam truck driver for the Monster Energy monster truck. This is made out of a piece of his monster truck. Pretty cool. So thanks, Cody. Now, jumping into today's video. Welcome to the video. My name is Ryan Stiles Harris, and in this video today, I am going to show you inside my team associated B6/B60. Ooh, I love that song. It's done by a rock and roll band over in Greece, and I think their name is 1,000 Mods. And yeah, anyway, I'll link the song in the description in case you wanted to listen to it. Jumping into it, my B6 has a lot of cool stuff going on. And a lot of you guys have been asking, like you did my B64, just to show you what I do with my personal car and how it's set up. So let's take a look. It's great timing to do this video because I've just done a really fresh build on it, replaced the chassis and everything, so it's almost a brand new car. Starting with the obvious, we can see that just like my B64, I have Trinity horsepower in here as well. I have the cool blue end bells put onto my certified Monster Max motor. Obviously, they're at least twice as fast as the green ones. Also, got the white carbon batteries in here. Been using them all season long. I have yet to have any of them puff, and I have been pumping and dumping them, so they're great batteries, and I'm planning on continuing running them next year. As you can see, it is currently in the laydown configuration because I've been running on some higher bite indoor tracks, not the outdoor off-road stuff within the last few race days that I've had. In that laydown transmission, you can see that I have the J Concepts motor mount on there. Inside of the transmission, you can see that I have the MIP puck system installed. Some people like the puck system, some people don't. It's a little bit higher maintenance because you do have to replace the little orange pieces fairly regularly in the two-wheel. Not so much in the four-wheel, but that's a whole different story. We're talking about the two-wheel today. You can see that I have the 25-gram C-block in there. I've been going back and forth between the 12-gram and the 25-gram. I think that the combination of taking the weight out of the ball diff and the drive shafts with the MIP system, I like still having that weight just somewhere in the back of the car, and the 25-gram C-block seems to resolve that quite well. Depending on the track, I may keep it, I may not. For now, it's going to stay in there like you can see here. Sticking with that area of the car, you can see that I have the alloy hubs installed and running a few of the washers underneath those ball studs. It's something that I saw on a lot of the factory guys, the AE cars, so I decided to try it myself, and I really like the way that the car felt. It was just a switch that I made, and I've been running it ever since I did. What else do we have back there? You can see I have the JC rear bulkhead or ball stud mount, I don't know what it's called, and I also have the JC D block on there. I liked putting all the black pieces on there because I don't know, I didn't like all the blue parts as much as the black ones. I think that the color combo just works with my paint scheme a little bit better. It's just color preference, not really a performance thing. You can also see a lot of the JC parts I have the JC fin turnbuckles. I have the JC shock, the bottom shock caps, the little guys on there, and the shock collars as well. My battery brace is the Shell battery brace. I don't know if there's too much of a performance aspect to it. I just like the carbon fiber one over the plastic one that came with the kit, so that's why that's there. On the front end of the car, I am running the gull wing configuration. I have tried the flat arm configuration, and I just personally prefer the gull wing. I think it has a much better balance in the steering response. Again, I think it's more personal preference, but that's what I'm running, and that's why I'm running it. You can see that I am running the hard stiff arms, front and rear. I was running the regular plastic arms for quite a while, and when I switched to the stiff arms, I just noticed a little bit better response out of the suspension, so that rather than the flex happening in the arm, it goes directly into the suspension, which I think in most cases is where you want it. Maybe some exceptions out there depending on the track, but I think that for most situations, the stiff arms are a nice upgrade. Let's see, working through the middle of the car here, we have the Hobbywing XR10 Pro. You can run the just stock speed controller. I think that those would do just fine. I just had the XR10 Pro, and so I just put it in here. You don't really need it for the 17.5 classes, but it'll definitely do the job. One thing you'll notice, I did remove the wires off of this speed controller and my other one in my B64, and I put on some thicker wiring, and then the positive cable, I took off the black one and I just made it red, because I know that most days I'm focused and I'll know how to plug in my battery correctly, but on the off chance that I'm rushed and I'm a 30 seconds late to my heat and I plug it in wrong, I just don't want to blow up a speed controller. I just don't think it's worth it. So in case you noticed, that's why it's there. I just am trying to save myself a speed controller down the road. You see that I do have the factory team carbon fiber electronics plate. It's really nice if you don't have one of those, because if you ever need to take all your electronics out to do some heavy duty cleaning, you just take the 4 screws off on the bottom, whole thing pops out. It's pretty handy, pretty nice. Moving along, you can see that I have the Ryan Cavallari Edition Savox servo in there, just like in my B64. It's a great servo, haven't had any issues with it, and it makes me go like 2 laps faster, guaranteed. In the steering bell crank system, you can see that I have the plastic steering rack, and then the bell cranks are the blue aluminum ones. I honestly don't know if that's what came in the kit or if that was an upgrade, but there it is, you can see it, and that's what I'm running. Something that I saw a lot of the Associated guys doing was running the ball cups that are for the B5M. I think that they give you a little bit freer movement on the ball studs, and they give you a little bit more clearance in the rear hubs. Because I've seen some guys run as much as like what appears like almost 4 to 5 millimeters of ball stud spacing in the back, and you can't do that with the regular ball cups because they're too tall. So running these gives you a little bit more clearance slash adjustability if you need it. As you can see, the body is the J Concepts F2 body. I really like these bodies. I think they look really cool, and they are the lightweight versions. I like having that little bit of extra weight removed from a tall point on the car, and then I have the option to put it somewhere down much lower on the chassis. I think it's just going to handle a little bit better, but it does come at the expense of the body being a little bit more fragile because it's a lot thinner. So if you take a direct impact from somebody landing on top of you, you flip over and you hit something, you may end up cracking it or wearing it out a lot faster than the regular weight version. So choose wisely. The tires that I currently have on here are the J Concepts Gold Compound Space Bars. I honestly haven't run these tires yet, but I know that they are an option at a lot of the indoor tracks. They seem to give you the necessary amount of traction, but then they allow the car to be a little bit freer going through the corner. So I can't give you an opinion on them just yet because I haven't run them, but I'm just preparing for my next venue that I'm going to because I think they may be the ticket. We'll just have to wait and see. What else? Is there anything else? That's everything. You can see pretty much everything that I have on the car. The only other thing would be bearings, and I do have a ceramic bearing kit in it. It's the one that was from Trinity. I didn't buy it because I thought it was faster. I bought it because I had like 3 bearings go bad and I just had to replace them. So it may be a performance upgrade. Not sure how necessary it is to get a ceramic version, but they are nice and they work just fine. I think that's about it. That's everything that I know or can think of that's in my car that you guys might want to know about. I hope it answered any of the questions you may had about my personal cars. If there's anything else that you would like to know that I didn't go over or didn't give insight to about my cars, drop a comment down below and I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have. So that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe if you haven't, like the video if you so please, and I will see you in the next one.